Welcome back to Sneakers and Stogies. Oh, you wasn't prepared for the intro.
Not at all.
That was the general point. You can never be too prepared for an idiot like me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your YouTube villain, Landon Strange, and I'm here with the wonderful, the man himself, Simbu Raw, aka Lou, aka Raw Tribe, aka Totem Energy, aka everything under the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with a mastermind, and I want you to be appreciative, because this man allowed me in his studio. Hey, don't give me a look like I'm extra. You knew this was coming. 2 weeks to a month of planning this. You knew this was coming. You knew I had to be excited. And we're going to have a show. We're going to have a good show, especially to close out season 3. I need a break, ladies and gentlemen. I need a vacation. I need 2 months in the cave of editing. And I need y'all to be appreciative of everything that we're doing here. So let's talk about you for a little bit before I get too deep into the show. So, we're going to start with your business. We're going to start with your business.
Which one?
We're going to start with the photography business. We're going to jump around each business, but we're going to start with the photography business.
All right.
So, just to bring it in, when did you start doing the photography idea, and when did you start developing your craft to the point that you literally made a studio that we're at?
Oh, well, for starters, I really appreciate that intro. That introduction was nice.
No problem.
It was really nice.
Thank you. You know I have to be extra. What are roommates for if we cannot be extra? For those who don't know, this is my former roommate, my last roommate of my college year, and a great person to be around.
Facts.
These are facts.
Facts. As far as photography, actually I started after we graduated.
Really?
Yeah, after we graduated, because I always knew what I wanted to do. That had absolutely nothing to do with my major.
Of course.
But
that's life.
yeah, I got my first camera, and I just wanted to shoot like little films, little short skits and whatever.
Of course.
And then when I realized like, yo, I'm really taking some really nice photos, you know. So I just got into photography.
Okay.
And just developed the eye, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, a lot of people took notice how amazing I am. Not to toot my own horn, but
I mean, you got to. Sometimes you have to toot your own horn. I'm praying I'm recording this guy because I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Oh no, good. The mirror is what threw me off. Like I said, this is the most rawest show you're gonna get from me to close out season 3. I'm gonna be as raw as I can because 2 weeks to a month of planning. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I have to reiterate that. But continue. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I just started shooting events, portraits. There was actually a time where Houston was really popping with photography meetups.
Yes, I remember that before COVID.
Way before COVID. Then like after that shit happened, then it just stopped.
Yeah.
So like I would always go to these meetups, always meet new other photographers, other content creators, and we just shoot, you know, networking and stuff like that. It really grew like a really dope fan base. And yeah, right now it's a studio where I do most of my photography now.
See, and that's amazing because when you take a step back, and for me, looking from the outside in, is we can see the work being developed. We see the ideas and the creativity from the skits till now. But to have your own place to do what you want to do and be able to create what you want to create, I feel like that's an amazing step forward. Because of course you're gonna create elsewhere. Of course you're used to outside light or attractions around the city. But when it comes back to being in your own place where you know where everything is, and you know how to work your lighting to your advantage, it shows that you love your place as a studio more than you love it as a home.
Yeah, that was like my main thing when I was actually looking for a new place. It was like I want to have somewhere I can just create on a daily basis or whenever I wanted to.
Okay.
You know, it has enough space, the lighting's cool, and it's just open. So yeah, that's this is alright. I mean, you may see it like, okay, it's nice, you know, it's good, but this is just like phase 1.
I mean, life goes in steps.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it's beautiful for what it is now. Let me rephrase what I said earlier. Because There's a lot of people, and I'll take the blame, including myself, that don't have an actual setup for a studio, but do everything still within the confines of their realm and still make it work.
Yeah.
So for you to have that as your phase one, and then you're moving up and advancing to phase two, which will probably be a bigger and better spot with your own, industry ideas and stuff like that, it shows growth within a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Especially when you pick up the camera after you graduated, which was 2015, because we both graduated 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I didn't start shooting photos until I want to say 2013. Yeah, because I brought my first Nikon from my line brother, the D3100. I still have it, and never looked back. Yeah, I went from Nikon to Sony to Canon back, and I'm going back to Sony. I know I am a terrible person, but I married my lenses and divorced my bodies.
Got you.
Because my lenses are the greatest. Like, Canon lenses are so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're great. Like, the camera we're using right now, the Blackmagic, for example, uses Canon lenses. EF mounts.
Yeah.
EF mount lenses are going down since everybody going mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, might as well go with Canon for now, for this moment being.
So Nikon, they have what kind of?
Nikon has, I know Sony has L mounts. I forget the exact abbreviation for Nikon. It's been so long since I used Nikon lenses, but it's a different. It's not like L. Sony's L, Canon is E, EF, and now they're going to L. And I forget Nikon because Nikon was superior at one point in time, but the mount name was a little different. So I left it at there. I never had a full frame Nikon.
Got you.
I've had full frame Canon and Sony, so that's why I was like, I'd rather stick with the full frame because you get all your pixels as much as you can.
Facts.
So very appreciative of that.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not a fan of whatever that is. Canon.
Well, why you don't look? Canon saved my career. Canon has saved, especially with shooting raw in a full frame like that. That has saved my entire career. I stopped going back to like beginner budget cameras. If you can catch a full frame at a decent price, low shutter count, that is a win.
I think my last mirrored camera was a Nikon D60.
See?
But that's the reason I got rid of it is because it didn't shoot video.
See?
Yeah, so I was like, let me just.
Yeah, it's only a photo. Yeah, and especially now where everything you have to have a camera that does both. Yeah, you need a camera that does both, especially for what is the price that you're paying for, and the lenses and the batteries and everything else. Yeah, a camera that doesn't shoot video is pretty much pointless in the year 2022.
Well, you know what? I don't think a lot of people realize, like, anybody can be a photographer or a videographer now. With this.
True, but there's limitations even to that.
I mean, I wouldn't pull up to like a photo shoot with my iPhone and be like, "Yo, I'm ready." I mean, I could.
You could.
The quality would probably be even better than my Sony. But I guess it's just the aesthetic.
But even still, like with iPhone, and I guess the reason I'm not fully invested to Apple and iPhones entirely is because of the fact like you can't add storage unless you add an attachment to it.
Yeah.
That is the one flaw that I will, and everybody who knows me know this. I will not genuinely pay for an iPhone out of my own wallet unless they add an SD card adapter. That's the only thing. Now we might get USB-C within the next 2 to 3 years because they lost that lawsuit with the EU. But if you don't add an SD card in there, I can't add storage to take away, and all my phone storage is going to be photos of content that I've had for years. No. And that's why I love this Mac over the new ones. It's still upgradable. It may not be as fast. Yeah, I put it's a 2 terabyte SSD in there with 16 gigs of RAM. That was very decent, like very priced. And I love the older Macs more. At least 2012 was a great year for Apple because of customization.
Got you.
And it still can hold up 4K. It can hold 4K and it's 10 years old. You can edit 4K and it's 10 years old. Exactly.
All right.
So, but if I want to go newer, then I would say 2015 because at least I can change the SSD and I can still do 4K and up to 8K editing. That's up to 8K to a certain amount, but it will overload the computer at a point in time unless it's external. But I'm going too deep. I'm going too deep in my rabbit hole. I need the real. See, this is why Damo is here. This is why I do this show with Damo, because Damo reels me.
She'd be like, hey,
Reel me back in. I go too far on a tangent, and yeah. So we're gonna leave business for a second. Now you have your shoes. Let's see them, and then we're also gonna do an unboxing today. Even though today is the day that the shoes released on the Nike app, and the people who guessed it only guessed it because I told them what they were. But what do you have today, sir? Let's see what you got.
Oh, you talking about shoes?
Yes.
All right.
We gonna get to the energy totems in a few.
All right.
But you're a New Balance person.
Yeah, I'm a New Balance guy, man. I don't know. I like the new style of what we got here. New Balances.
Oh yeah, the lifestyles. See, okay. And low key, they match your style.
Yeah. They're like really. I don't know. I kind of like them because just the little boxy.
Yes, like,
sharp turns and stuff.
and it's like very versatile too.
Yeah, I like the colorway.
No, honestly and truly, the colorway matches your shirt to a T.
Facts.
Like if I was a fashion designer and if I designed the shoe, that shirt would have been on the person's mind because the fabric itself, like at least you got like a quarter, like at least a half an inch off the ground too by itself, and it's a blend of like multiple grays, like khaki. This is more of a, I want to say a teal, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, teal. Yeah.
But this like raspberry maroonish right here. The like maroon right here and the raspberry right here kind of flows perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad like the front almost like it's almost Yeezy base, but it's better in its own sense because of the fact that it looks like it's gonna be so much more comfortable and it fits your foot perfectly.
Yeah.
Like this is a nice shoe. Like
New Balance 327.
and see the crazy thing is I did a whole research paper on New Balance to finish off my master's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're an American-based company, and so we were doing their business strategy and models, and seeing how, as a business strategy, how being America-based works for them.
Yeah.
And so, this is a very comfortable shoe. I might not be able to fit it, but I can tell just by squeezing the material.
Oh, yeah. It's hella comfy. Hella.
Like, this is a shoe that I wouldn't wear at homecoming, but I'll wear outside homecoming, so I won't mess it up. Shout out to homecoming season, TSU, PV, all on the same day, October 29th.
Oh shit.
No, dead ass, like
All on the same day.
same day, and U of H. From what I heard, U of H, TSU, and PV all on the same day. It's about to be literal chaos in 3rd Ward and driving up to PV on 290.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's beyond wild. Like this is, no, I'm good. I'll stay inside. Rest in peace, MO3 outside. Nah, we staying inside. I'm gonna stay inside. So. I guess you're the witness today. I've been holding this box for a week. And I've been planning the show for a while, but I didn't know the shoes was literally going to come in after the first part of the season finale. And so Nike just released the shoes today. I want to give a special shout out to Social Status because I entered this contest not thinking I was going to win. And I ended up winning. I was like, my bank account got charged.
Oh shit.
I was like, fuck y'all. But I love y'all too. I'll probably be there later today for having a beer and purchase,
Oh, I've seen this.
beer and purchase event on tonight. So I might go out there today.
I've seen
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty Prestos. And the crazy thing is, I was telling one of my homegirls that work at Social, this is my first anime collab win since 2015. I've never won an anime collaboration with Nike in my whole life of collecting shoes.
Word.
And so, people might say this is good. I don't care. This is fly.
That box is
This
crazy.
box!
The box is crazy.
The box is crazy. Like,
That thing is wild.
and I'm mad because they really just released the shoes today on the app. And I've been trying to do the video for so long without spoiling it. And our schedules never aligned. So, yeah, I'm not wearing these around. I don't like people like that. Like low key, cause at first, go ahead. You're a guest today on the show, and you made me a guest in the house. So in actuality, I love Prestos. Those are one of the shoes besides Jordans I actually grew up having. Cause they like, they just slide in. They're
Just
comfortable.
slide in, yeah. Fact.
But these are the first ones I've ever had with a string too. And so I love comfortable shoes. Like, bruh, the inside, like this,
That's crazy.
low key is a sleeper. Like Nike actually did something with this one. I'm actually excited for this. Cause honestly and truthfully,
I haven't peeped the back.
oh, you ain't peeped the back.
I haven't peeped the back.
Yeah, no, like I'm only wearing these out when I want to be geeky as hell. When I'm going to like an anime convention. Like that's really it.
These ones are dope. Bro.
But no, honestly and truthfully, I was debating on selling them.
I mean, give it like a month and you should.
No, but I'm not a normal. I normally keep my shoes. I was selling it because of emergency reasons, like
Got you.
last resort. Like,
How much they running for?
So honestly, these are like 140.
Yeah, so like on a secondary market.
It's probably like two easy, like a two. But if it goes up anymore, it's probably like 253 because Nike just released them, so it might go up higher. Like these were an early release. Thank you, Social Status, for my Hello Kitty Crystals. I appreciate y'all, and I will probably be there tonight to deal with the purchase and sip. But let's go into a different mode. Let's go back. Normally I take a break, but I guess since the camera ain't cut off because Black Magic dies, that's my break time. This is my commercial time. But I guess I'll keep it going because the only other time I used this camera to film for season 3 was Mother's Day. I did an episode with my mom.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, we did it on Instagram Live. We did it with the vlog camera, and we did it with the real camera. I just haven't had time to finish editing. But we did an episode for Mother's Day. I surprised her. And so, luckily, you get the quicker editing treatment with this camera. And so, let's talk about the energy chews. I've been really fascinated about that. I guess that's something new.
All right, so the energy chews, right? I wanted to do something that actually provided a health factor within our community and within just the youth, I guess, people in general.
Of course.
Because we have all sorts of wild products out there that's not good for us. Fat, feel me? Tastes good, but it's not good for us.
Yeah, not good for us healthy.
So I wanted to get something that actually tastes good and is good for you.
Okay.
Feel me? So strawberry and pink lemonade.
The other one. I'm sorry. I cannot do artificial.
You can't do strawberry. Yeah.
I can't do artificial strawberries. It ruins me.
So everything in here is organic, plant-based, naturally flavored.
Okay.
Packed with B vitamins and.
The packaging is beautiful.
Oh, appreciate it. This is just the first wave of the packaging. I'm gonna redo it for the next batch. I was thinking about doing jars or something, but we'll see.
I mean, jars for a bigger amount. For a bigger price, yeah.
Yeah.
So how much do these run for, if you don't mind me asking?
These one serving, $5.
$5?
Yeah. And the best part about these is like if you're a coffee drinker.
Yes.
I would say take about 2-3 servings of these maybe a day and you'll be straight. Even for like the next day. So if you wake up, I know do you wake up groggy?
No. Honestly and truthfully, that's the thing. I'm so used to it. If I don't have my coffee, I wake up coffee.
Okay. So this will eliminate the need for coffee.
So you're telling me?
I'm telling you.
Because I'm willing to take this bet.
Okay.
I'm willing to pay $5 right now. Buy this one because I'm not touching that. I'm sorry, no offense. It's the artificial strawberries. I cannot do it. Strawberries has ruined me. And then give a review for season 4 after trying it and see if I'm good without coffee. And I won't give the review. No, I'll let the people be around me who deal with me with and without coffee give the review. Because I told you before we filmed, I am chaos without coffee.
True.
So, I'll take this challenge. Y'all hear it first. I wish we were live, but it's too early for me to be live. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Not gonna lie. But for y'all that are watching, because season 4 will start in August, right after TGP, Texas Greek Picnic, that I will take this challenge.
Sure.
Matter of fact, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna pay you right now for it. I normally don't do this. I normally don't do this on the show. I'm normally all professional. But right now, I'll take a challenge. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. and let the people around me see how I am. No coffee.
Appreciate it.
No problem. I'll support black businesses. That's what the show is mainly about.
Made a buck.
Yes, you made a buck, and you made a dream come true. Because you can give me all coffee, I'll believe it when I see it. I like a challenge. But but back to reality, of course. To do something like this, and you don't have to give your trade secrets away, but you made the packaging and you make these yourself, or do you outsource these? And you don't have to be too direct with that answer. If you gave the prototype and they help you make it, then that's fine too.
I have a supplier for them.
There we go. Okay. So you basically made the prototypes and they basically expounded on it.
The formula.
Oh,
For sure.
of course. That's what I said. I didn't want you to get into too much detail. You know, I don't want you giving away your Krabby Patty or your secret sauce. You know, I don't want you to give away your secret recipe. No. That's not what I want. I don't want you to do that.
Gotcha.
But it's good to know that, you know, you're doing something not just for yourself and not just for another stream of income, but you're also doing it to help people with their health choices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's a difference. Like, if we go back to our, our college days, yes, you were the gym person. You were the person that stayed physically active. So for you to do something like that in the reverse sense as a supplement, it's pretty helpful. Mm-hmm. So I really do appreciate you doing this, not just for yourself, though. So I really do appreciate it.
For sure.
Now, what I really wanted to do for the last month and the change was I take that back. 2 to 3 months, because I wanted to interview you for the first event that you had for the brunch. Yes, no. Yes, I wanted to interview you for the brunch. I remember now, but our schedules never aligned. And I wanted to tell you that the location, High and Dry, was a great location for brunch, and it was a great spot to start your other adventure that we'll talk about a little bit later. But if we stick with the first event, it was nice to see a lot of other content creators and people who create ideas and create things together for a closed brunch for a magazine shoot, your other project, and the other groups that you were with. But if you want to, you can, give a little bit more detail about the brunch from your perspective.
All right, so the brunch was pretty much a launch party for my friend's magazine. What he does in his magazine, is he goes and finds local business owners, upcoming artists, or designers. They're still artists, but
artists in a different aspect.
Right. So what he does, he finds them, interviews them, puts them in the magazine. He's really like a high quality type of guy. So if you meet the par, then yeah, you're pretty much in his magazine. So he would launch that. We came together, and I was pretty much doing media.
Of course. Which is always fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I was, moving, floating around with my camera, enjoying myself. And we had one of my good friends, Serenity.
Of course.
She was there, and she was pretty much doing the coordinating everything.
Like the not the media planner. I can't think of it. The event coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So she brought about a bunch of people. I brought a bunch of people. NASA brought a bunch of people, and it came out really well. We had a backdrop, and that was our first major event, and the turnout was perfect. It was really nice.
See, I'm glad, because people don't know that I was caught on camera while not being on camera, not controlling the camera for an interview, which caught me off guard, but I did it anyway, which I'm willing to, like I said, I'll get the video from you later today, so that way I can at least put it on the show and give y'all a shout out, because honestly and truthfully, y'all did y'all's thing with the first event, the brunch, because first you gave me a location that I have not tried, that nobody has ruined yet. I'm talking to you, crew. You ruined one of my favorite brunch spots. Number 2, which is another wonderful thing, is that you got a lot of people to be creative in a spot that they were supporting y'all, but also they were allowing themselves to be themselves as creatives.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was I think our main goal was to not only launch his magazine, but also to bring creatives together. For networking purposes, content purposes, and just all around vibe with each other type of way. And the best part that I believe was like about this the party was we didn't promote it.
Yeah, I know you did.
So we just pretty much like blasted emails out, just built that relationship with like a bunch of people. So we didn't promote it on social media or nothing. Everything was like pretty much exclusive. You had an RSVP and everything. So yeah, that was like the best part. I was like, damn, without promotion, like damn near 50 people showed up, and like it was dope, man.
It was dope because in the sense that, because even when I did my interview, I got to meet other people that was doing creative, like Serenity and her project, which is a phenomenal idea within itself. Like you're bringing women together to not only help them get acting careers, but you're also helping them with model and branding themselves,
Right.
which is phenomenal. NASA doing his magazine, and he's doing other projects that I was following on Instagram as well. That's also amazing. And you, a jack of all trades, but a master at everything at this point, is y'all three are coming together. And like you said, it was a private event, and it was still work because people still connected in a way that they can build connections. Because honestly, from the podcast perspective, from the Sneakers and Stogies perspective, we boosted up the Instagram and we got a lot more people to check us out because of the event. And especially when you can bring your own flair into somebody else's event, not to be rude or anything, but to add on to it, it shows that it's allowed to be. You can make your spot at the table, without knowing what's served.
Exactly. I like how you put that. That's nice.
Like that was the best way to be honest and open. Because honestly, like I told you before, like literally earlier that week, I lost all my files for the last 5 years. And then literally I said, and honestly and truthfully, and I kid you not, I'm gonna take a step back. I understand with the church, and they say, if you get an invitation, always accept it. If you to go out and everything. So I said, you did invite me, and you've been nothing but a good friend and you're basically family at this point. That I said, I'll go support the event.
Yeah.
So it was the least I could do. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the second event.
Oh, no, you're good.
But the first one, I was like, I'm gonna at least go.
Yeah.
And so we'll dibble into the second event, which was the casting call. I got myself together. I'm good. But the casting call, which was last month, and like I said, I do apologize for not making. I literally drove back from Dallas to try and make because Damo had an event that day too.
Yeah, there's a lot of events going on that day, which I would say why a lot of the models didn't show up because there's a lot of other events going on that same day.
Like it was a lot of branding events, especially that day, that Saturday.
There was a fashion show at the Galleria.
Yeah, like Damo was there because she was helping out with that event, which was crazy. And I was like, okay, so at least you had a modeling call. Cause I saw the location, I was like, for it to be over there in a beautiful spot, at least it still worked in your favor in a sense. Yeah. That you brought models out there to at least get a chance to be casted, because you never know what talents you might bring or what hope you might bring to somebody else by doing something like that. So how did it feel, I would say, as an entrepreneur and as a media man, a cameraman, to cast models?
Honestly, again, I was doing media.
Of course you was doing media, but still.
I was not really behind the scenes, but at the same time,
for camera moments like that. Yeah, this is normally why I pause, but it had stopped. But that's why I got the vlog camera going. That's why you always have more than one camera for things like that. But no, honestly and truthfully, with season 3 being wrapped up, and literally season 3 was the span of last fall and this spring, which was a short season because I really had a lot of mental stuff going on. I guess that would have been. This will all be conjoined together, so all the audio episodes will be out for them. All the video stuff should be out right around that time, but the vlog stuff, the vlog camera, everything comes out quicker because it's just one consistent video. Right? That's why I have to have multiple cameras, especially live. I could download it off of Instagram and put it on there, and put it on there, but I don't only do that for quick release and stuff like that. But I haven't had time. Audio mixing takes a little bit more time, but that's quicker. As long as I got everything, set up and it works. So it'll be out before then. The audio version will be out before then. I'm putting all the audio episodes together. Because I had a lot of guests this season, and I did a few episodes by myself, structurally. But without a co-host or, without everything that's going on, especially celebrating the 2-year anniversary last month, I had to learn to adjust everything. So it'll be out before.
Okay. So you're making that pivot.
I had to make the pivot, not because of people's schedules, but I just wanted to keep the channel alive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my co-host and my, crew is still the crew. They're still the logo. They're still the family. You see, they're still the Sneakers and Stogies team. I'm giving you all the credit and everything, but sometimes the pivot is only good when you gotta get stuff done.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. They're still a team, man. Not tripping like that. It's just making sure we keep the channel moving. But
I mean, you're pumping out content every week. Right?
Yeah, every week or every week or every 2 weeks. If it's not a reel, it's an episode. If it's not an episode, it's a post. If it's not a post, it's a stream.
Right.
But we still use the channel to stream our game content.
Right.
And we're gonna make a gaming channel soon. Because most of us either play Fortnite, Rocket League, Apex, anything like as a group or solo, we 9 times out of 10 play online with each other.
Gotcha.
So at least you still get the full Sneakers and Stogies experience, just not in podcast form.
Gotcha.
So that's why we take time to, especially building up a Mac to be streamed. That was the task from my behalf. So it's not too bad. But so I guess before we get to the closing part of the show, because normally I have a set topics but I felt like this season finale was more impromptu than script.
Yeah.
And I like impromptu more because it gives you a genuine feel of the show.
Yeah, it's a little more, laid back.
Exactly, that's the point. Like I rather you feel comfortable as a guest than be structured to perform box than anything. And you don't feel like your full self, because most people don't like being on a podcast camera because they feel like they'll be performing to a box.
No, I like that way of thinking. Especially the improv thing. Like, you Oliver, right? So when me and Oliver used to shoot, damn near all of our shoots improv. Like, this is how we felt.
Yeah.
That's what made it so natural and so much fun. But I definitely dig the improv.
And that's I want my guests, even my co-host and my guests that I've had on numerous times, and of course we're trying to plan a live episode, which would be fun. But honestly, the impromptu feel gives it a different feel because of the fact, like I said earlier, I don't want you to feel conformed. I know how it feels to be conformed.
Yeah.
I don't like being in front of the camera. This is taking a lot from me. And I'm doing it, like I said, I get into character. I have to get into character because I feel relieved, more therapeutic in a sense, to allow myself to not only be conformed in the box, but to break out of that box. And I want my guests to feel the same by any means necessary. Because normally I'll have either a smoke or a drink or something like that. But I know, like I said, this is my first time here. So I let the host of the studio, provide the stuff. And I'm grateful, don't get me wrong. Not complaining, I'm just saying, I'm grateful for the introduction of the studio that I've never seen we do first. So that's what I meant by that. Like, no disrespect, you have a space that allows you to create. And I guess that's going back to the earlier topic. I had to reel it back in. I had to call back. I had to call it back. Because in all honesty, I see the markings on the floor for your backdrops and everything.
Oh.
It's a good thing to have, in all honesty. So I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of us finally getting this episode together.
Yeah.
Especially for a season. So I do want to ask 2 more things, and then we'll wrap it up.
What's up?
So I guess the first is, what's the next move? And you don't have to be too detailed. You just the lightest, dab of salt for your creative fans and your 1,000 and some subs. 1,000 sub followers on Instagram. Thousands. I'm gonna reiterate that. Thousands, plural, not a singular thousands. Multiple. Gotta laugh. You gotta laugh to keep it crying. I'm telling you.
I would say before this year's up, I do plan on shooting a short film.
Oh.
Submitting it to Amazon Prime, Netflix, or one of the streaming channels.
Oh, nice.
So that's another reason why the casting call is kind of important. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the major things that I do with
I'm here. I mean, I would say this, and I had to sit down and learn this by heart. You can't rush what your destiny is.
This is true, but success loves speed.
And even if success loves speed, what cost will it be if you're not perfecting the craft? See, I had to deal with. I'm telling you, I've been on a journey. This is why I love season 3. Like, honestly, when you see all the episodes of season 3 and how every guest has made a point that actually broke me into figuring out what I wanted to do, including this one right here, then you'll see why I came with that point. Because I stressed myself out to the point that my grades were greater. And look, in all seriousness, I'm sorry to hit the camera, but in all seriousness though, I was trying to rush something that has the potential to be great without taking the time for myself and getting myself together to keep the show being phenomenal on its own. And I didn't want to sacrifice, like, the size, the panic attacks, the anxiety, the stress, the breakdowns, losing semester in grad school. Like, the entire journey of season 3 taught me to not just have faith in what I'm doing, but also have faith in knowing that whatever I'm going to do is going to be great regardless of what other people think. So that's why I asked that. Like, honestly, truthfully, that's why I asked the previous question. Because you have the potential. You have the skill, the talent, the drive to do it all, but I don't want you, as a friend, as a former roommate. I know, right? I know. I'm holding it together. I want you to be great, but not lose yourself while being great. I didn't expect this episode to be this, but I'm keeping it together. I don't know how, but I am. I told you I need my coffee for a reason. I keep my shit together. I keep it together with the caffeine. The caffeine keeps me in order. But no, in all seriousness though, like, you're gonna be great, and that's nothing to worry about. But I don't want you to lose yourself out. That's all I'm saying. I got you. That's the only thing, honestly, because your skits were phenomenal. Even though they were impromptu, they were phenomenal. The drive to pick up a camera and deal with not only clients, not only with other businesses as well, and managing a casting call. Come on.
It may sound hard. Everything is scheduled and organized. I mean, as long as I have everything written down,
Exactly. Organization is key, especially with. But as a creator too, you gotta take time for yourself too.
I wake up at 5. I wake up at 5 more hours from it. Like, I go to sleep at like maybe 12.
See?
11, 12, wake up at like 5 or 6.
I'm with you. Wake up going to sleep at 11 or 12. I'm like, and honestly, I have to admit, I got my schedule at home to wake up earlier. So that's what I say. I was already ready to, like, literally clock. Not clock in, just clock. Just clock to get up at 7 so that way we get this done. But I didn't check in until like 9, 10.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just more of a fact that as creators, I saw a post earlier this week that it's hard for creators to sit down and take it still. Like, yes, it is hard for us because we're creating ideas for someone else and making them, and for the next generation to make it better. You know?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like that's how I feel about like everything that we do as creators. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, that's absolutely correct. Every piece of content that we post or create now, the future's gonna see. Like our children's children is gonna see. And I'm like, oh, okay, my granddad was doing this and that. You know? And hopefully by that time they're doing something like that.
exactly.
But they're taking what we do and keeping that up, stepping stones, progressing themselves.
Exactly. And that was the key thing. Like, I guess, not in the sense of podcasting or not in the sense of content creation, but we are leaving our own footprint with whatever we do, no matter the path we take. Yep. And in the end, that's all that really matters.
Hey, so side note, but I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Because I think this is really interesting. If you had a choice to travel, say 1,000 years to the past, or 1,000 years to the future.
Honestly and truthfully, if I travel 1,000 years, I'm gonna give you a paradigm because we got time before we close out. I guess this is the last question. If I went 1,000 years into the past, so that'll be 1922, and I just to see some of my relatives and the younger perspective would have been nice. And I would actually got to relive some of their moments because most of my family is scattered, so it would be nice to see how they lived during those times, especially that was veterans. I mean, 1,000, I'm sorry, 1,000, like the generational phase, you know, but to go into the future, I would be more devastated going into the future than the past. At least the past, I would have seen what we came from. If I go to the future, it's a double-edged point. It's a double-edged sword. It can go good or bad. It can be positive or it can be negative. And so, honestly and truthfully, to knock this out the park and to not construct the question, I choose neither. I choose neither because if I go into the future, in all honesty, and I see that we haven't progressed as a human race, then I feel like what we have done has been for nothing. If I go into the past and see where we come from, then I would want to make things better so I can change the things. So it's kind of hard for me to pick a direct line of thought for that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm just now learning how to live in the moment. But even if I go into the future, because don't get me wrong, I had a conversation with somebody and it was like, we were supposed to, like Disney gave us this movie Smart House, and we were supposed to have our smart house and everything like that. But it's like, if I go into the future and it's like, it's worse than what it is now, like global warming, for example, or like the political climate, or we're not working to build a better Earth or at least travel to other planets and, you know, I guess going to like non-theocracy or basically colonies and, you know, having other planets and actually building a better race and not going to war in space, then yes, I would rather stay in the current timeline. I'm sorry, I've been too much on a multiversal thread. The multiverse has fucked with my head to a level of understanding that I don't even want to go into. So I'm sorry, I would rather stay in the now. As shitty as the now is, as hot as it is for the next 3 days, and however hot it's going to be throughout this entire summer, I'd rather live in the now, because if I go to the past, I'll try to progress to the future. But if I go to the future and see what it is, I'll always be set in the past. Huh. Never thought of it like that?
I guess.
What?
I guess it has occurred to me. I'd rather get from the moment as well. But I think it would be interesting to see what. The reason I said future, 1,000 years into the future, is I would see what impact I had on myself.
True.
And how my descendants are living.
True. And I guess the reason I agree with going to the future from the perspective is not only to see that, but there was something I was listening to on YouTube. And it's basically a read of Oprah. And I'm going to just give this and I'm going to close it out. Just so you can get the idea. So basically, this man was looking into the mirror. It was basically the same premise. Yeah. You can either look into the past and look into the future. But he never looked in the mirror. And the short version of the story is somebody knocks on the door. He ends up turning his head, looking into the mirror, and it shows him looking at the guy that walked and knocked on the door years later. Like it was a time jump. I'll see the actual video.
Yeah.
So you can see it, but basically, the mirror can predict the future or the past and what direction it was going in. And basically, if I give you the longer version, you got, okay, your question is pretty much the same. But basically, the guy never stopped looking into the mirror because he always saw himself whenever he opened the door. And that guy ended up being him from the future, and he never got out of that loop. He basically was in an infinite loop of always going back and looking into the mirror and never changing the course of his path that he was supposed to take. Huh. So that's why I said I'd rather live in the moment. I literally listened to the video, and I had to re-listen. So I was saying, it's like a rabbit hole you've been permanently stuck in. Yeah. And even still, you're trying to find a way out, but if you never look for that way out, you're going to be stuck in this rabbit hole. Basically, the cycle, and I hate to say this, it's the cycle of depression. Yeah. And the psychological stuff. But I didn't mean to down it like that, but it was just the question. The question hit me the same way that that story was read, in the same perspective. So that's why I'd rather stay in the moment. But I see why going to see what you left in the impact. No, I agree. But I agree for the past too. To try to change myself to make a better future. Because you can always learn something. You're always growing. It's human nature. But even still, the future would just freak me out in the sense that I'd be, it'd be like going to a foreign country and not knowing what to say. And think about it. 1,000 years in the future, there's no telling what the hell would happen in 1,000 years. From a political and theological aspect. So, not to down the episode to end it like this. Normally at the end of the show, we always say one thing positive. Like, for example, check on your friends, check on your family, or, me, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And since you're the guest, I'll let you have the floor. So whatever you want to say.
Whatever I want to say?
Whatever you want to say.
Alright guys, listen. Don't just focus on getting people. Focus on getting people.
That actually drove back to the last point. Yeah, I caught that. Oh, so you was holding in that rebuttal, you was just waiting for me to slip. It was very nice. You was waiting on me to slip. You tried to catch me slipping. But that was a go. I guess if I wanted to close out this season, besides telling everybody like, comment, share, and subscribe, I guess my thing is, honestly and truthfully, find what makes you happy. And stay happy. Don't let anybody deter you from being happy, because if you let somebody deter you from being happy, you end up being miserable. Because honestly and truthfully, not even just in creation or I would say in human life, happiness is the one thing that can ebb and flow like water in the waves. But even if you fall off your path, as long as you stay happy, you'll get back up. Tough times will come in. I mean, tough times happen to everybody, but as long as you don't lose your hope or don't lose your drive, you're to live, honestly. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube villain, the master of one language friend. This is the man here, the jack of all trades, the raw guy himself, Totem Energy. You will find out how I feel next season. The man, the myth, the legend, the artist himself, Raw Fry, Simba Raw, Luke, as everybody know him from TSU, to an extent. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in season 4. Have a nice day. Thank you and good night. Don't say it. Do not say anything.